Hmm. Ah, what's going on here? Oh wait, what? Strange world. Why is that here? See if I can push it up. Push it out. Ha! There you go. Oh, I haven't been on Windows in forever. Now she disappeared again. So what if I... Oh, crap. That was not what I wanted to do. That was stupid. This is what I want to do. There you go. Play around with. Hey! Von Cosmos. Put that there, maybe? I'm just messing around. How are you today? Ooh. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I'm good, man. I am good. Now it's doing that thing again. Did I get another spam bot following me? Yep. I hate spam. Fucking Instagram is almost nothing but. Yoink, let's do this. I can't dance. Whoop. So how's Christmas and New Year's Eve been and all of that? Yassle. What do we have here? Holy crap, she looks like a fucking maniac. When you see someone and they look like they're going to stab you in your sleep and you don't even know them, that's like a really bad fucking vibe, man. Yeah, that's not good. Oh, this is so relaxing, I'm almost falling asleep. Hello. Oh, I need to get my fat ass to the gym. Dum 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 dum. Yeah, diet and I am dieting. I just haven't been at the gym. Been busy. Just like I have a feeling that the first month on the year, there's always so many people at the gym that I kind of don't want to go in there because everyone is doing the New Year's resolution thing, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to, but it's almost you have to like kill people to get to a machine or something like that. It's just not a good thing. So I may start in the middle of the month, or well, not start, but get back into it, and just keep the dieting going. I've been dieting for a month now, even though Christmas kind of blew that up, but yeah. Too much fucking food. Too much food. We have this one. I have no topic. I just was bored and I'm like, let's stream. Well, I was not bored. I'm working on a little side hustle thing, but yeah. I just needed a break, I guess. What are you up to? I'm trying this thread thing out. Not threads are what it's called. It's a strange... It's weird. It's like 90% bots. It's like really strange. But I'm giving it like a good month. Like January is like, yeah, let's try that threads out. But it's just like Instagram, it's just 90% fucking bots. Oh, Java, yeah. I'm actually thinking about getting into that, to be honest. But yeah. I just always end up doing that Python shit. It's just fast and easy and more convenient. I got someone from... Where the fuck was it? It was Congo calling me yesterday. I was like, who the fuck do I know from Congo? Yeah, but... I think my work situation is guiding me away from coding a little bit. I don't mind that at all, to be honest. So I can focus on other things, but I don't know. Hey, Don. They're about... I don't know if they are like permanently hiring some coders or what they are. But there's like... I don't know what the fuck is going on, but... Yeah, I have no idea. I fucking like... I did a thing... And then 3 guys came in and they basically just took over everything. I'm just like, okay, what the fuck? Okay, yeah, cool. I guess, I don't know. And yeah, now my boss just definitely don't want to listen to me if it's something remotely with coding. And it's a little bit frustrating. Yeah, but I'm not looking to get a development job. I'm working on some ideas I have in my head for. I think I will try and build some tools that I hope I can make a little bit of a side hustle on for administrators that normally will cost them an arm and a leg. And the development, do you mean coding or development? Do you want to be a code monkey, or do you want to do like project management and stuff like that? Because there's a lot of code monkey jobs out there. If you can get into like managing people or consulting, that's where the money is. Sitting and code, it's there are way too many people that just want to sit and code. Especially with AI now, coding jobs are like, yeah, the AI can code better than most people nowadays. It's really sad to see that. If you want to be secure in your job, learn how to talk to AI and troubleshoot AI code. That's the future, because AI is taking over coding job really fast. Like code monkey jobs, just sitting and typing all day. So you need to learn how to fix that when the AI fucks up. And that will be good. But I was thinking about it. There's one thing AI can't take over, and that's the manual labor. The amount of complexity it takes just to, let's say, drill a hole in the wall and draw like a Cat 6 line from one room to another without just running through the wall like a robot probably would. Like, there's so many fine motory skills that you know, just changing a tire, I think, would be difficult for an AI. Almost, I don't code with AI, but if I need, you know, like a tutorial, I just use Bing Chat. I'm just like, how do I do this? How do I convert, let's say, this from this language to this language? I just use, you know, Bing Chat. Yeah, exactly. When they can install a septic system, yeah. Okay, the architect, yeah, that's good. The idea guy, the get it out in production and test it and stuff like that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. But I've seen, I'm not, at least in Denmark, I'm not like, I've seen a few coders, and yeah, people don't want to do manual labor, and like I said, like get a robot to hammer in a nail. That's really difficult. So I think that it's funny to think about, because right now coding and IT jobs are paid really well. But when AI is taking over and doing that cheaper, faster than anyone else, then the manual labor jobs, you know, that's what's left. And like you said, nobody wants to do them, but they all want that to be done. So you can probably earn a good penny, like being like a lumberjack, or, you know, a carpenter, you know, bricklayer or something like that. Yeah, no, service desk is okay. That's another thing that robots have kind of helped with the service. You know, we have all of those chatbots on sites. We have them for like years now that can do basics, you know, service to their customers. Those chatbot bots. Yeah, but I think like electricians and stuff like that, they will start to become in high demand again. But then again, there's also more people that that need a job, so it may be like a matter of too many people, too little jobs. And then, you get too little paid because there's too many people. Yeah, robots will take over, but that's the last part. Like that's the when robots can do like physical things, that's the last step, because we are so reliant on sensory inputs that it's not even funny. Like those robot arms you see on factories, if you move something just like a millimeter one way or the other, they can break down. They don't know how to handle it. They go totally nuts. Totally nuts. And that would be the last step, when they can do stuff where they work on an assembly line because they know where everything is to the millimeter all the time. You can't get a robot to work, let's say, building the foundation of a fucking house or something like that, or laying in the electricity for like an apartment complex, because nothing is the same. And robots can't deal with things that's not the same when it comes to like physical objects and stuff like that. They're way too clumsy with that. But what they can do is doing calculation jobs. Like, when I mean calculation jobs where it's mostly your brain that you use. So that's coding, thinking or optimization and stuff like that. Vacuum, it's not even close. Again, like I said, there's a difference between mopping your floor and hammering in a nail into a piece of wood. Or let's say you want to lay in a Cat 6 line in an apartment complex, which you and I can do without blinking an eye. The robot can say, this is where you should lay it, and this is the most optimal way, and this is how long the cable is going to be. But it can't do it. It can't drill the holes. It can't, feed the line into the walls and all of that fucking shit. But yeah, like you said, repetitive work is easy to, it's really easy to do. And cleaning robots, they can only do that because, well, they have limits, There's basically no AI in cleaning robots. They all using sensors, Yeah, digital assistants, yeah. Yeah, I got it. Can I zoom this in? Oh yeah, I can. It's either I'm getting old or it was a tad fucking small for me. I normally also have the chat on a 1080p screen, not a 1440p screen, so that it could be that. There you go. Yeah. Like IT jobs, like coding jobs, are going to be done with fast. No, we're not. No. We're not done. We are not even close. Yeah. I'm getting old. Yeah. No, no. It's not even like I could see it. It was just like I didn't want to like squint. Don't even squint. It was just like because I can see everything that's on my Steam Deck. Streamlabs, sorry. Also, it just looks smaller than it normally is. Because it looks smaller than it normally is, because I'm on 10. Because I have no problem reading it on my MacBook or my Mac Mini. But yeah, like I said, it's not even close. Like, they're really far from it. They have a fucking issue just standing on their 2 feet. Like, the balance is still a fucking issue for robots. They're still, like, massively fucking crazy. And a lot of the things you see from Boston Dynamic, that's fake, by the way. It's a proof of concept. If it's a 2-legged one, you can't go up and push it and move it around like they do. They are all fake. But the 4-legged ones can probably have a good balance. But you just see how slow they are. With coding, like I said, if you want to work in that field of technology, coders will become AI managers. You know, that's how I see like the nearest future. If you are getting a development job, you are managing robots, or not robots, AI. That's your job, making sure that the AI is coding the right code, checking the code, testing the code. That's what you're doing. The AI is doing all of the heavy lifting. I don't know how interested that is, by the way, but yeah. Not so much the business, just understand the AI. Yeah, kinda. We still have a lot of. I would say blacksmith became like they didn't become mechanics. They were still in manufacturing. What the fuck is it called? Because we still have blacksmiths today. This day they just call something else, and they don't make iron. Or shoe. They don't mold the iron anymore, but they go out and welders and stuff like that is probably more. No, welders, manufacturers, fabricators. No, the people that weld and build shit out of iron, put iron together to make a thing. That's more inclined of the blacksmith. Iron workers, fabricators, yeah, people like that, yeah. Oh, I love the Mac. It's not a MacBook, it's a Mac Mini. I misspoke. I love it. I still have crazy people on. I thought I thought the Linux people would like stop fucking being smart asses, but yeah, they're still smart asses, and there are still people not fucking like. I came to the conclusion: YouTube comments. That's where the most unintelligent people gather. It's just what I hate to say it, but 99% of people on YouTube comments have no fucking idea what they're talking about. And I know it sounds toxic and arrogant, but it's the truth. And I'm a little bit tired of YouTubers kind of just, don't talk about it, and they're kind of just licking their ass for the views and stuff like that. But it's like people on YouTube comments are doing a disservice to the platform. I honestly would not mind if they took away the comment section. I barely I comment one time on a comment, and that's it nowadays. I barely read them. And if I do, and if I comment, you get one comment out of me. Maybe two, but for the most part, one comment. And it's mostly just to mock them or agree with them or something like that. But if I have time and I'm in a good mood, I will read the comment section and I will comment on some comments. But for the most part, I'm busy coding, tinkering. I'm basically doing the shit they are talking about, basically. And I'm just fed up with it. I'm just like, for the last 10-ish years with the channels I've had, YouTube comments have always stayed the same. It's always been people that think they know what they're talking about, taking over and hunting, or not hunting, but pushing away people that actually know what they're talking about. Which is really dangerous. It's really dangerous that if someone actually comes in and know what they are talking about, all of the wannabe wise guys on YouTube or any social media, they just push them away because you don't agree with our political leaning, or you don't agree with our consent, or like you don't agree with what this popular guy said or girl said. Like, that's not how the world works. Like, social media, and YouTube is a social media. If you go into the comment section, social media is uncategorically gathering together the worst part of humanity in one place. And in vast majorities more than the good parts. Because the good people don't want to deal with that shit. They don't want the drama. They don't want to deal with the craziness. They just want to do their thing. They are with their friends and families and working instead of spending their whole fucking day on social media, basically. And it's sad that it is like that, you know. Yeah, it has 8 gig of RAM. 8 gig of RAM. Not having an issue yet. I just spent like 4 hours doing Python development today. No problem. I edit all my videos for December month. All the videos in December have been edited on. I play World of Warcraft on 1440p on it. I just resubscribed. It's not running as good. Like, it's not playing as well games as my, you know, my Windows machine is because I have a fucking dedicated graphic card in it. But it's good enough. It's not that much worse. Gaming on it, at least not World of Warcraft. There are some games that it really struggles with, but World of Warcraft, it plays like okay. It's actually the same as on my Windows machine. I just get higher frame rates on my Windows machine. Yeah, but well, if you are coding, I will recommend that you go up with like the 500 and something, maybe the 1 terabyte model. Or what I did was I bought like a USB 3.1 1 terabyte drive, and that drive was faster than my fucking SSDs on my SATA connections. It's not faster than my NVMe's that I have on my motherboard, but it's faster than my SATA SSDs. So I just use that for coding and stuff like that. But if you can afford it, I would probably go with 16 gigabyte of RAM. Especially for Xcode and stuff like that. And IntelliJ. And then go with like an external hard drive. That's what I would be doing. And I may save up for 16 terabyte at some point. Maybe this year. I don't know. If I get issues with this one, I may go up to a 16. But I haven't had any issues right at all. But if you are coding, I would probably go with 16 and then like a 1 or 2 terabyte external drive. M3 Max. Oh, I really want that one. So when the M4 chip comes out, you will be like, oh, maybe I should wait for the M3 and M6 or M5 and buy it when you want it. Don't think about chasing the next fucking release. Just buy it when if you have the money now, buy the fucking computer you can get now. You'll be way more happy than waiting for the next release. Yeah, the old ThinkPads are fucking amazing. I'm thinking about buying an old ThinkPad for Windows coding and stuff like that. I barely fucking use my Windows computer. I barely game anymore. That's one thing I want to make a video, but I will piss people off because I don't game so much anymore. And because I don't game so much anymore, I do more, like I watch more educational videos, I read more articles, I code more, I research more, I work on YouTube more, because I don't game that much anymore. I just don't want to boot into my Windows machine. And I'm like, I never been so productive as after I got my Mac Mini, because I can't game all the games I want to play on it. You know, it's like, wow, I didn't thought about that I was wasting that much time gaming. Because it is wasted time. Yeah, inflation, all that shit. Yeah, get a 2 terabyte NVMe in a USB-C enclosure. Yeah. Oh, it's the wrong mouse. The only issue is that I have two mouse. Why the fuck can't I zoom out? Oh, here you go. It do look nice when I'm looking at it in normal text space. We also do like 125. Yeah, the old Lenovo laptops, they're really good, yeah. Oh, I do like IPS screens. Oh, gaming is like there was like a he's like a evolutionary scientist, and he was talking. He posted on X, as it's called nowadays, and he was saying to his son, because he has like a vast, massive library, and he was like, if you spend all the time you spend gaming reading my books, you will be massively more intelligent and well read and knowledgeable than all your peers when you turn 18. Like, you'll be acing them in almost every fucking scenario. And that made me think. But he posted that like a month after I stopped gaming so much. And I'm like, fucking hell, he's right. You know? Like, he's fucking right, man. We are wasting. I actually just noticed I have the chat up twice. But anyway, I didn't want to boot up Linux because I don't have two screens on Windows at the moment. Both my screens are attached to my Mac Mini, and then I have only one screen, like the 1440p monitor for Windows. And I just don't know, because I'm looking at like my weather and Windows icons, and they are smaller than the fucking text in the chat window, and I can read them fine. It must be the font that's acting up, or I'm just tired. Or it's just because I'm used to reading the... No, because like, I mean, there was something wrong, because there must be something wrong. Oh, I think I know what it is. Because it set the font... if I go into sites, you guys can't see that. I think it was set to 8 pixels or something like that. I don't know. I am tired, so it's probably that also. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm thinking about, like, I want to get a side hustle going. I don't know if I should do some consulting and stuff like that. Hey, Lamer. Build up like a because all of the fucking people that mails me and asks me and stuff like that, I should just first start to take fucking money for it, man. I'm tired of just helping everyone for nothing. No, it was just like a impromptu kind of thing. Oh, I am using the wrong mouse. Oh god. Uh, I'm using Parsec when I go into my Windows machine for because the oh, what is it, like Affinity Photo only works apparently with Windows for the license key I have, and I'm too cheap to buy the newer version for Mac OS. So when I do thumbnails and stuff like that, I just use Parsec to go into Windows and mess around with pictures and what have you not. And I also do all my YouTube stuff on Windows, most of it, beside editing, but text and uploading and stuff like that. Yeah, Parsec is amazing. I'm probably making a video about it at one point. I still don't know. I've seen people play. I just don't. I don't like gaming on it. The artifacting is too much for me. I played a few games on it, and the input lag is okay. Like there's barely any, but there's just too much artifacting. I catch it really fast. So my eyes must not be that bad, because I just get way too much artifacting. I don't like it. Like it's not bad, but I notice it, and that's enough for me. No, I will probably get so my plan kinda is this. I probably will be using my Windows machine as a Linux machine. And have it run like a little bit like a server-ish kind of thing, but also just experimenting with Linux, and it will become a Linux/virtual machining kind of device. Storage, say, like a little bit like a NAS server or file server with Linux and virtualization. And then I want like a Lenovo or something with Windows on it. I'm thinking about getting maybe another cheap laptop with Linux on it, and then I will make my computer totally into a server. So it will not. I need Windows for work. I need to stay up to date with Windows for work, because I do some small little system administrations, support and stuff like that. I fix computers when can you, why is that not working, or how do I set this up, and right now we have randomly a file gets deleted from the NAS server. Nobody knows why. We can't figure out why it's getting deleted. But randomly some file just gets deleted. It's the same file, but it happens randomly. So it's stuff like that. So I need to understand Windows and Linux and all that fucking shit. You can do virtualization with an M3, yeah. But it's not as straightforward as on Windows. Yeah, BSD is fun to play with. BSD is fun to play with. I need Windows. I can't get away from it. I need it because I can't There's just some things like I need to be able to, know how to set up shit in Windows because that's what the majority of the world wants. I can't be one of those pesky idiots that just just use Linux or Mac OS. It don't work like that. If someone comes up with a Windows problem, I can't just kick them in the balls and say fuck you. But I have found something out, though. I think I'm more of a hardware guy than a software guy. Yeah, go get a refurb, like, stupid, cheap Lenovo. Like, I really don't like other computers than Lenovo if they're secondhand. Lenovo just seems to work best secondhand. Like I tried Dell and HP, and they are great machines with great like specs, but they're just not built that well. For some reason, they just feel cheap, and it could just be a placebo thing. I don't know. Oh, the thing with software is that software people are just so fucking irritating to deal with. They really are irritating to talk to. Because they all, like, I know I'm stereotyping like a motherfucker, but it feels like all fucking software developers are, like, massively autistic, antisocial, and they all think that they are the smartest fucking person in the room. And when you're dealing with, like, hardware people and stuff like that, they don't give a fuck about all of that politics. Yeah, Linux purist is stupid, man. It's a cult. I think Pat Carbon is great, yeah. I'm thinking about a T480 or 90 or something like that. Like the ones from like I'm thinking about getting a ThinkPad from about 2020, between 2017 and 2020. That's the years that I'm looking at. They are expensive, but I do need a little bit of oomph for what I'm doing. I do need a little bit of oomph. I'm just tired of all those nerd wars. They drive me up the wall, man. It's software developers, man. They are weird ass breed, man. HP, like I know a lot of people that love secondhand HP laptops and Dell laptops. Oh yeah, you could put a Minecraft server on it, yeah. Yeah, I'm getting really back into the Second World War. I've always been fascinated about that time in history. Probably because I live in Denmark. And like war in general, I like learning about war and stuff like that, and how people react and what have you not. And there's things that we complain about today. Like I'm like, fuck, like we are so spoiled. And it's the same, like I wake up and it's like, oh, there's like 1 centimeter of snow outside and I'm bitching and moaning. Like, if being cold, like a little bit cold, is that fucking big of a problem, like it's... we are complaining over Starbucks. Like, fuck, like, we are complaining over coffee. Like, it's like, Fucking hell, man. Yeah, they use Androids. There's one person using Mac at work, and that's the boss's wife. Everything else is Android, and the workers have their own personal phones, are iPhones, but the work phones are what is it called? Androids. Expensive pages, okay. Yeah, that's expensive. I need to do some side hustling. I need to find some side hustling in for IT I can do. And then make a shit. I don't want to make a lot of money, just want to make enough money. And then I want to move to Asia and then just say fuck everything. And then live somewhere in Asia, just, living off passive income or something like that. I kind of hope this YouTube gig would do it for me, but I've been doing it for not 13 years. 11 years now. And I'm too opinionated, man. I'm too opinionated, and I don't bullshit, and people don't like that. I just have to admit it. So that's why I don't upload so much anymore, either in live stream, because I'm working on. I'm also thinking about maybe investing. Because I've been day trading and shit like that a little bit for fun with like fake money but real stocks, and apparently that went really well for me. Like I almost doubled $100,000 in like 6 months. I got up to like 170,000 or something like that, playing on real stocks with fake money. And I've done that a few times over the last 5 or 6 years. So, but you need quite a big investment before it matters, like you can't just invest for like $100. It kind of is pointless. Well, they just had a massive earthquake. I did make a lot of more, again, fake money, but yeah, I did. Crypto was a big, like, crypto is gambling, okay? Crypto is gambling. And you can make a lot of money on crypto, but they won't be. Cryptocurrency is not going to stay for the long run. But if you speculate in crypto, you can be lucky if you do it in the right times. And you're willing to go out and not waiting for, like, you should not buy cryptocurrency to say, like, in 30 years I'll be the richest man on earth. No, you do it for short-term gains. You invest in crypto when they are low, and then you kind of hope they go up again, but most of the time they will. But you don't sit and wait till they go up to like where they were before, or exceed where they were before. You buy it, and when you earn like 10-15%, you bail out again. Then you do it like that. Buy when they are low, wait till they go up like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6%, bail out, and do that all the time. That they're massively unstable. I saw a financial expert talk about cryptocurrency, and they talked about something really interesting. Almost nobody uses cryptocurrency to buy stuff. They speculate in it. And that's why it's not sustainable. Because people are not buying goods with cryptocurrency, they are speculating. Hey, Happy New Year. And when it's something that is purely done, or mostly done for speculation, that means that it's not sustainable. Because the value in it is kind of fake. Like, still to this day, there are only a few places that you really can use cryptocurrency. I can't go to my local shop and buy anything with cryptocurrency. And that's the issue. Well, they call it a pyramid scheme, to be honest. Yeah, we should make a cryptocurrency. A lot of people make those fake cryptocurrencies and get them, or crap coins. Just look at the... what the fuck is that guy that always has as a millionaire in his titles? He did like that fucking crap coin. Yeah, or Dogecoin or Dogecoin, what the fuck. Yeah, I remember those. Yeah. No, not Jake Paul. It's the IT. You know, it's the guy that how I live on my own as a millionaire. How it is to do YouTube as a millionaire. What the fuck is his name? His channel. He's like a massive fucking bullshitter. Yeah, you can't. Here's the thing when it comes to investment. You cannot sit and think about all the what ifs, or if I only waited, or if I only... You do what you do. You cannot sit and play that mind game, because then you will become unstable, and you will do things and just because you're like, oh, what if? No, you do it like with the data you have today. You cannot sit and like think and what if, because he could have been 800,000 in the negative 2 weeks later. Nobody know that. So you trade, you buy with the information you have today. Because if you play that what if games, that's why people at gambling sites they oh my god, the guy next to me won the one-armed fucking, they're called. So I could be that guy. If I only spent, if and if and if and if. Don't play the if game. Play the game that you play. And if you... sometimes you win big. Sometimes you don't win big. But just win. That's the thing. I'd rather go home with 10% in earning than losing 80%. That's how I look at it. And if I think that it's a good day to sell today, I will be doing that. And then if tomorrow everything blows up, like, yeah, whatever. There are you get other chances. I remember one time I bought some Tesla stock that was really low. And I forgot about it because I stopped playing it's not a game, but I stopped logging in. And I earned like 25% on them, because that was like when I set it to auto sell, because I normally do it myself. And for some reason they just fucking skyrocketed for a month, and I got 25% in return. Just because I forgot about them. Yeah, but Elon bought into... Elon liked drama. And he does a lot of shit just for fun. And that sometimes loses him money, that sometimes pisses people off, or that sometimes makes him money. Elon don't give a fuck. And you should not... You cannot do what Elon does because you are not Elon. And my boss is a little bit the same. It's like, oh, this, massive billionaire is doing this thing, and this massive billionaire is doing that thing, so I should be doing that thing. No, you are not Elon. You are not Bill Gates. You can look a little bit at what they're doing, but you can't do what they're doing. You have to do your own thing. Elon didn't become Elon Musk by doing what everyone else did. He did his own thing. Bill Gates, all successful people became successful by doing what everyone else was doing. They were doing their own thing. That's why they became successful. They took chances in places nobody else would, or they were at the right time at the right place and then took the chance, and that's why they are where they are today. When I hear someone say, oh, look what they are doing, we have to do that, that just tells me that they have no confidence in what they're doing. Because if you're mimicking someone else, yes, you can get successful, but you can never be more successful than them. If you want to be the next Elon Musk, you will never be the next Elon Musk. He's already here. He's called Elon Musk. What you can do is do something different, but in the same ballpark. but do it differently. Then you can become better and richer than Elon Musk. It'll be like me, I can become the next Mr. Beast by doing exactly what Mr. Beast is doing. No, I can't. I don't have the name, he's more popular, he's been here longer, he's done it for longer. I can do everything he does to the T. Copy the fucking script. I will become successful, but not as successful. Yeah, X is going to ruin him. Maybe not ruin him, but it's not going to be a success for him. I never heard about that after 2 years they become lazy. I never heard about that. But yeah, Elon is doing a lot of things. He's also done things that have not been that popular, like... But he took chances, He took a lot of chances. No, his ambition is to get to Mars. He don't think that we have a future on Earth, and I kinda agree with him on that one. Like, he wants humanity to expand to other planets because we can't stay here, and I agree with that. Elon don't give a fuck about other humans and all that fucking shit, other than that. Like, on the mental side, he don't give a fuck about other people. He really don't. Like, he cares about his kids and stuff like that, of course, but yeah. If you thought like Steve Jobs was a bitch to work for, Elon Musk is even worse. Even worse. Elon, just like the drive for Elon is Mars. That's it. That's why he's doing everything. And then, like, if you want to go down that fucking rabbit hole, because for you and me, who fucking cares? The chances that anyone goes to Mars and live there in our lifespan don't fucking matter. Like, it's not even, like, close to it. So, who gives a fuck? And yeah, what about our kids and grandkids? And yeah, I get that. But are they going to thank you that you worked, your fucking ass off? No. How many times do you think about people from the First World War, Second World War? You barely think about people fucking the latest wars, How often do you think about people that invented electricity and Wi-Fi and Bluetooth? You don't think about them. You don't give a fuck about them. You just want things to work. So this whole reality kind of thing we are in is really weird. I think Elon is onto something. And that is that work for a dream and have as much fun as you can while doing it. That's the feel I get from him. Have a passion. Fuck money. Don't think about money, because if you think about money, you won't get them. But work your ass off for something that you really believe in. And then have some fun. Do some shit. Make a flamethrower, Put a fucking car into orbit, Have some fun. That's what I get away from Elon. And sometimes he pisses society off because he can. And he thinks it's funny. He just had an interview after the latest, what is it called, like annual meeting or what the fuck it is. And some interviewer from MSNBC or what the fuck was like, so how do you look at when you're saying something it costs, your company money? He's like, I don't give a fuck. I say what I want to say, I do what I want, and if it costs the company money, it costs the company money. I don't give a fuck. You know? And that's how you should live your life. You don't give a fuck about that. You know? Because the sad reality is, when you're dead, there's no more reality for you. In all intents and purposes, all of this only exists as long as you're alive. Like, the dinosaurs is not like sitting somewhere and pondering how these pesky fucking monkeys are running around and ruining everything. You know? That's how insignificant all of this bullshit is. You're basically just alive to be alive. You're just this, like, random fucking thing that happened in a random fucking place with random people. And you're just trying to have as good of a fucking time as possible while you're here. And not fuck things too much up. Anything else is pointless. Unless it's what you want to do, of course. No, you should take it seriously, but you should also not take other people's lives seriously. Like, that's more it, like, you know. You know. This life is exactly what you want. Like, it can be a simulation, it can be augmented reality, it can be whatever the fuck you want it to be. It don't matter. When you're not here anymore, if you die and wake up in a tube somewhere, and they all are laughing at how fucked up you played this game, you deal with that at that point. But for all intents and purposes, when you die, that's nothing. It's it. That's it. And when you're about to die, you don't give a fuck about you're about to die because you can't do anything about it. You know, dying of sickness is the worst thing because you know you're going to die. Not knowing that you're going to die is the best thing ever. Because you just run around having fun, doing what you want. And then you deal with things as they come. You know. You don't sit and think about, like, do you sit and ponder for hours and hours what my next meal is going to be? You have no influence on it, you have no control over it, you can't do anything about what my next meal is going to be. So why the fuck waste energy on it? You know, deal with things as they come. That's the best you can do. That's all you can do. I sometimes wish this is all just a fucking game, or like it's a test run on you know, you do this now to basically prepare yourself for the next life, like in another fucking place, something like that. But why would someone become, like, you know, criminals? Why would someone use, you know, molest people to use that as a training ground for your next life? It makes no sense. And then, like, oh, they're just NPCs. Yeah, why are you not an NPC then? It's that whole, like, main character syndrome again. Like, either all are real, so that means that there are people in this simulation that are doing awful fucking things. Like, explain why that we would have a Hitler in a fucking simulator. Makes no sense. So either we are all NPCs or there's no mix between it, because we all think we are the one that are not an NPC. I honestly have no idea what happens when we die, and I don't give a fuck. Because who knows? Only the dead knows, and we can't speak to them. So why should, like... Well, if you are on the internet, your purpose is to train AI models. That's what you're doing with all these fucking, oh, where's the sidewalk? Where's the bicycles? Congratulations, you just trained an AI model. There are no meaning to life other than what you put into it. That's how I approach work. Funny enough. The more someone that employs me put into me, the more I put out at work. So if they treat me right, they pay me well, they expand the things I do, they test the things I can do, and get me to do more and more things. I put more and more effort into work. But if they want me to just mop the floor, I just mop the fucking floor. Like, if they want me to sit and install Windows all day, that's what they get out of me. I install Windows all day, and I don't do anything else than that. So the more, like, responsibility or challenges they want to throw my way, the more I give back. The more I put into work, the more I'm willing to work from home, the more I'm willing to do extra work, the more I'm willing to stay later. I won't do that if I'm mopping the floor or installing Windows all day. Then I clock in and clock out. If they want a mindless drone, they're getting a mindless drone. And I think that's how you also should approach life. The more the people around you want you to put into it, that's what you put into it. Yeah, that recognition, you can get that in many ways. Some like recognition on social media. That's the most important thing for them. Some want it from another human being, some want it from animals, and some don't really care about it. I don't care about if some random person on the internet say good job. I care about if people I trust and like say I do a good job. I care about if my co-workers say I'm doing an okay job. Everyone else I don't really like. You can think what you want. I could get frustrated and irritated, but I don't really care much more than just like, why the fuck are you so stupid? Or why, that's about it. Because I'm not going to do anything with those people. Like, let's say I become a massive YouTuber and I do like a conference or something like that. All of the Linux nerds in my crazy YouTube comments, they are not going to show up. It would be lame and you guys showing up. So why should I care about them? No. Elon wants to go to Mars. He don't give a fuck about anything. He don't care about getting recognition or anything, because he could do so many things other than what he's doing that are cheaper and easier to get recognition. One of the easiest ways to never be forgotten: go into politics, become a president. It's probably easier to become a president or prime minister than doing what he's doing right now, and cheaper. Elon just wants to go to Mars. He don't spend hours and hours on popular places to become popular. He voiced fucking his own character in Rick and Morty, for fuck's sake. A somewhat controversial show. Like, he don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck about money and fame. He wants to go to Mars. And yes, he has the money to make fun of society. So he does. Yes, he thinks he's smarter than anyone else. So he does. He is an arrogant motherfucker. But he just wants to go to Mars. The new documentary, what is it called? The new life book, Isaac, whatever his name is, made, Isaac Watson or something like that. Isaac, whatever the fuck is he, the guy that did the Steve Jobs biography, just made one of Elon Musk. Basically, what the fuck he's saying. He care about his family, his close friends, and get to Mars. That's it. and drama, have fun. That's it. And I think there's something to learn about that. But he's also massively autistic, apparently. You know. And people read too much into... Here's the thing. People read so much into other people what they want themselves to be. Funny enough. And they do it because they're jealous. Oh, why are you not doing it like that? I will do it. You know, they project all their insecurities out to other people. And it's a fun thing to observe how crazy this world is. All the small battles people want to, you know, they take. Oh, I got you to move 5 centimeters at the line yesterday because I wanted to get, you know, I don't know, a fucking piece of gum and you were in my way. That's so insignificant, all of this fucking bullshit people are doing online is. Fighting on plays. Like, it's like that. It's like getting someone to move half a meter so I can get my gum. That's all. It's nothing more than that. If you want to change the world, go change the fucking world, but you don't do it on social media. You have to go into politics or make something that changes the world. But it takes a lot of time. And most people on social media, they just like to be on social media. They don't want to work. They don't want to put effort into anything other than yelling at other people. And some make money off it, which is a good thing because someone needs to pay the bills. It's a weird thing, man. It's really a strange thing. And also those pissing contests. I never understood them. Like, I remember at Christmas, I took my phone out and my uncle was like, what model is that? It's an iPhone. Oh, is it a Max Pro? How big is it? I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't know. Are we going to have a pissing contest about which phones are the biggest? Like, mine is newer than yours. That's all I need to know. And yours is fine enough for me also. I don't give a fuck. I needed a new phone. This is the one I wanted. This is the one I bought. That's it. It's the right size for what I needed to do. Anything else, fuck that. I never understood this fucking, oh, my dad is bigger than your dad thing. I don't get what that gives you. I really don't. I like, what if your phone is better than mine? What if I have a better wallet than you? Who wins here then? You gotta win, I gotta win. So you are jealous of my wallet and I'm jealous of your phone. We both lose. It's so fucking banal and like, I can't stop making fun of people that do those pissing contests. You know, it's crazy, man. I wish I understood people more in that area. Well, in general. Maybe I will not laugh at them so much, but it's like, people are strange, man. They get so sucked into other people's world and they forget about their own. And they, yeah, it's... I think, and this is just a theory, but I probably think that everyone would be more happier if they were autistic. Like, not like, you know, so autistic that they can't do it, but like lightly autistic. I honestly think that most people, or people in general, would be way more happy. Because what I've noticed with talking with autistic people, of course not people that are so autistic that they can't, get out of bed and stuff, but functional autistic people, if that's a word, or what you, not even high function, but just like they can do, they can kind of function in society. The only reason they are unhappy is because they want to be like everyone else, and they are not. Most autistic people, and me myself, when I talk to them, why they are unhappy, it's not because they are autistic. It's because everyone else wants them to be like them, and they are not. When autistic people are around autistic people, they are amazing, funny. They understand each other. And there's almost no fighting with autistic people to autistic people. They just get each other better in the most cases. I think the world could handle to be more autistic. Like, I know it sounds weird, but it takes away that bullshit thing that everyone else, all the bullshit in the world, it just tune that out. And then they care about what they care about. They like their family and friends. They don't need to have 10,000 friends, and you don't give a fuck about other people's bullshit. Just something I've observed, like, working with autistic people for the last 4 or 5 years. Yeah, and here's the thing. Autistic people are really emotional and really in tune with other autistic people. They get each other. They understand why it's bullshit to be sad that this boy band broke up or something like that you never have seen. Or girl band or something like that. They get it. So they care about their family and friends. No, it's everyone has some form of trait that can be, if you're doing this thing, you're probably, some mental health. Put a mental health name in there. Everyone has a trait that can be associated with almost anything with psychology. Depression, loneliness, antisocial, psychopathic. 99% of whatever, like a high percent of people, we all have something that fits into some mental health issue group. It's if you have enough of them, that's an issue. That's what they mean by it. Yeah, go to sleep. Sleep well. That's basically what they mean. Basically what they are trying to say is nobody's perfect. But no, most people are not autistic. It's a social media thing, and it's common. I think it's Gen Z that kind of made it popular. Like everyone is self-diagnosing themselves on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter all the time. And then when you tell them to go to a professional, they don't want to. Like, they don't believe in them, but you believe in their diagnosis, but you don't want to talk to them. Like the young millennials and Gen Z's, like, sorry, I don't know how many fucking Twitch streamers that it has in their bio, autistic and depressed and all, like, fucking a whole sheet of fucking mental health issues. And then when you talk to them, they've never been to a doctor, they just took a fucking online test, or they talk to someone that, I have kind of the same symptoms, so therefore I must be that. It again, social media, man. It's way, like, unless you go to a fucking professional and get fucking validated, that go through the tests, you have nothing. And you can't say, I don't believe in doctors. Well, you're using doctors' tests to say you are something. So you cannot sit on your ass and say, oh, I don't go to them because I don't trust them or believe in them. Well, you trusted their fucking labels. Like, it's like, yeah, I don't like Linux, that will run Linux all day. Or I don't like Windows, that will run Windows all day. And only run Windows. Yeah, that's NFJ kind of fucking shit. Don't buy the beta males and alpha males and sigma males and what the fuck they're calling them. They have hijacked that. It's bullshit. It's just another form of... It's based on a little bit of science, but it's been taken over by, the weirdos that want to be kings. So sigma males and shit like that, it's like if you go back to like the Middle Ages. Yeah, and astroscience, all that fucking bullshit. The sigma males are the people that used to wipe the king's ass, but think that they are more than the king. And then justify and try to make reasons why they are better than the king, why they're just wiping the king's ass. And they can't talk to anyone else, they can't talk to girls, nobody likes them, but that's because they are something special. I can't get girlfriends and I can't get, friends because I'm a sigma male, or I'm a lone wolf, or I'm too alpha. No, you're just a fucking douchebag. Like, let's not just forget about all that fucking shit, okay? You're just a douchebag. Or you are just a creepy ass motherfucker that girls wants away from. I'm so fed up with that internet fucking, like, if I'm not like everyone else, that's because I'm better than anyone else. Like, no, you're not. You need to work on yourself. Okay? That's what it is. But I like, go read those fucking, go read those... when you see a video about sigma males, and you read the fucking, like, a sigma male don't need to tell they are sigma males, and then the comment section is like, this is why I'm a sigma male, and it's just like thousands of comments of basically, like, not even beta males telling everyone how sigma they are. It was like, okay, isn't your whole spiel that you don't give a fuck, you don't have to tell anyone, you don't want to tell anyone, but here you are telling the world how sigma you are. It's just like, dude, come on, man. Like, oh god. And it's the same with the alpha group and the beta and gamma and what the fuck everyone is like that. Yeah, I every time I see one of those sigma idiots, I just, like, anything that has to do with, like, this is why I am a fucking beast because I'm X, Y, and Z, I just fucking delete that channel from my recommendation. I just don't want to deal with that fucking craziness. It's too fucking mental for me, man. It's too mental, man. It's just like, yeah, let's sit and circle jerk each other about how alpha we are and how straight we are while we are sucking each other's dicks. I'm only sucking your dick because you're a true alpha male. We are so alpha that I like your dick in my mouth. No, you're just a gay. Like, no problem with it. Just admit it. You're just gay. Like, it's fine. Or bi. It's fine. You don't have to justify that you don't like alpha dick. Because then somehow you're not gay. Just, who gives a fuck? Again, who gives a fuck? Oh, I don't need a girlfriend, I'm slaying pussy all day, and they had like one fucking interaction with a girl like 35 years ago or something like that. Like, yeah. And they're still virgins. Like, yeah, you're really sigma male. Got it. We all need excuse to suck and be blown. Yeah. Like, who gives I like... When someone has to explain why they like girls, boys, I don't give a fuck what they like. You don't need to explain to anyone why you like what you like. You just like what the fuck you like, okay? Unless it's illegal, you go nuts, Don't go fuck dogs and shit like that, but, if it's legal, Who gives a fuck? Fuck who the fuck you want. Suck what you want. If you want to fucking hump a Linux penguin all day and jizz all over that fucking magnificent beast, you do that. I don't give a fuck. Why should I give a fuck? Just don't do it in my bed. I kind of want to sleep in it without being like drenched in your fucking semen. But yeah, it's just like... It's weird, man. Everyone wants to be like the toughest motherfucker on earth, but they don't want to do anything to become it. They don't want to take care of themselves. They don't want to make money. They don't want to, talk to other people. They don't want to, just fucking go in the army, or anything like that, or become a police officer. Like, they just want to sit in front of their keyboard and become like the next Arnold Schwarzenegger or something like that. It don't fucking work that way, man. There's a reason why people look up to those people. It's because they have accomplished something. They've done something. And that's not just sitting on their ass playing Halo all day. They've done something difficult. People admire people that do difficult shit. Yeah, everyone is a keyboard warrior nowadays. Yeah, they stink. Yeah. But here's the thing. The Big Bang kind of ruined all of that for everyone. Like, Hollywood ruined young people because being antisocial, being nerdy, don't wash yourself, being creepy towards girls and stuff like that became popular with the Big Bang and stuff like that because they made it a little bit funny and cute. So now if you're like a gamer that barely wash yourself and like you may be a little bit too creepy towards the girl. I'm just like Sheldon. It's funny and quirky and therefore cute. No, it's creepy. Okay? It's creepy. Go take a shower. But all of these, like... Yeah, nerdy is cute. It is cute. There are a lot of girls nowadays in their dating profiles or checklist or what you will call it. You have to be into gaming and you have to be a nerd and all. They want those kind of guys because Hollywood have made them popular, But here's the thing. Sheldon is not a good representation of an autistic people. Trust me, he's not. He's just a quirky, funny, normal guy that acts funny. They are like, it's so bad, and this happened to me at work. When I told my boss I was autistic, or on the autistic spectrum, then you can do this and this, and you can, because that's what every autistic person can. And he just mentioned all stereotypes from all fucking popular movies ever made. And I was like, that's not how it fucking works. Oh, yes, it is. No, it's not. I can't do any of that fucking shit. I'm not Rain Man or anything, like... And it's not the first... That's why I hate telling people I'm on the autistic spectrum, because they're like, oh, you must be like Sheldon, you must be like this, you must be like that. No. Hollywood have ruined nerds and autistic people. Ruined it. Because they made it into something it's not. Here's the thing. No girl wants to date someone that sits and plays fucking video games 20 hours a day and live in their mom's basement. They like the idea of it, but they don't want to date them. It's the same reason why no girl wants to date Arnold Schwarzenegger types. And I say that to all my girlfriends. They're like, oh, I want someone that's really buff, and that's cool. But you do know that they work 8 hours a day. Then to stay buff, they have to go to the gym like minimum an hour a day, every fucking day. So that's 9 hours you don't see them. You're not talking about family and friends time. They don't go out and eat with you all the time. They need to, be aware of what they fucking eat. They don't go to McDonald's all the time. They don't go out for like a ice cream dinner all the fucking time. They are eating rice and fucking chicken all the time. And therefore, you are going to eat rice and chicken all the time. Nobody wants to live with a buff dude or girl. Nobody wants that. I can't count how many girls my workout friends have had over the years because they were like that. You're never home, you're so boring, you don't go out clubbing so much, we don't go out eating so much, you just sit at home, play video games, or go working out all day. That's how those people are. To be Arnold Schwarzenegger, you have to live like him. You can't work out one day a week and be Arnold Schwarzenegger unless you're like a genetic freak. Like, again, that's Hollywood. They put that idea into people's mind. It's so fun. Like, I hate it. Go to your local gym and ask anyone that's like still single that looks in really good shape. And they will tell you that. They have lost a lot of girls. If they have dated a lot of girls, of course. But they will have lost girls because they were, in quote unquote, too boring. Or they didn't show them enough time or good time or whatever the fuck you would put in there. Basically, they didn't appreciate them enough. And AKA, you worked too much, you worked out too much, you ate boring food. That's basically what they're saying. Yeah, I've seen it so many times. It's not even funny. I've seen like the most amazing, like guys that would do everything for a fucking girl get dumped because they were boring. But if you want to be fit, you spend a lot of time at the gym. You spend a lot of time eating boring ass food. No, we don't have a mission. We don't. All the reasons you can come up with is just reasons you make up in your mind to keep yourself going. That's all it is. We can speculate, we can think, we can, talk philosophies, and in the end, it don't fucking matter. Like, the only reason or purpose for reproducing is that your DNA is alive. You are not, but your DNA is alive. But again, when you're dead and gone, do you care about what your DNA is doing? Like, really? Well, it would probably be nice when you're like, I had some good kids, I had some good grandkids, I lived a good life. That's a good thing to have. But when you're dead, you don't give a fuck anymore. You really don't give a fuck. And until we 1000% sure know what happens when you die, other than it's just lights out, you really don't give a fuck. All of these purposes and things are something that we use to not go crazy. To not just make anarchy out of everything. And to tell our thing that, the same with religion, it's just to cope with life. So make sure that we don't go nuts. So we we don't ruin it for everyone else and each other. Keep us in check, basically. But that's all it is, So why not, of course, be a good human, do good things. But don't get caught up in too much shit. Like, when you're on your deathbed, your kids or family are not like their lives. The hardcore Linux user or Mac user, Windows user, they don't give a fuck about. Like, he was a true AMD fan to the end. Like, nobody gives a fuck about your loyalty to massive organizations or corporations that is all about money. Even GNU is about power and money. The Free Software Foundation is about power and money. Linux is about power and money. They want influence, dominance, control. That's power. And with that comes money. And they need money to do that. If they were not about power and money, they wouldn't care about proprietary software. They wouldn't care about anything. They would just be doing their thing and let everyone else do their own thing. That's why I love the BSD or MIT license. The MIT license, the BSD license, is that do whatever the fuck you want, we don't care. Credit us, and we don't care. Do whatever you want. And that's because they're not in it for money and power. Yeah, it's... If you think you are in a better place for using FOSS or open source than you are using proprietary software, no, you're not. It's just another way of controlling you. It's just another way of having power over you. By selling you the idea of open source code and freedom and openness. In the end, it's just another way of controlling you. It's just another way of promoting a massive organization. It's just another way of someone telling you what to do. Oh, I used to be a massive Linux fan myself. Most Linux detractors, or most, like, I don't even call them detractors, but most people that are critical about Linux and open source and free software are people that used to be massive fan of it because they researched the shit out of it. They lived it for a lot of years and found out that you're just switching, Microsoft with someone else. They're promising you new and in quote better things, but it's one devil over the other. You're no more free because you can see the source code and modify it. That only matters if you actually are doing it. If you're never going to look at a source code or modify it, it don't matter to you. At all. You have no benefit from it whatsoever. Other than other people's work, but hey, other people can also fix closed source programs. Yeah, Microsoft was smart getting GitHub, and Microsoft is acquiring a lot of good technology lately, the last few years. And the whole thing about getting Blizzard, Activision into Game Pass, they are doing a lot of, like, Microsoft owned Open AI. Microsoft owned ChatGPT. Oh, well, they don't own it, but they are majority shareholders, and they basically they own the technology. They own the technology. They can disband ChatGPT tomorrow if they want. Every Linux system is a good system if you like it. That's the diplomatic answer. And that also means that it don't matter what distro you run. Nobody gives a fuck. And you should not. You should run what you like. Elon Musk talked about, like, Elon Musk wanted OpenAI to be open. That's why he called it OpenAI. He was the one that made sure OpenAI could do this thing. When they became popular, Microsoft bought in and bought more and more and more, and now they basically own OpenAI. That's why Elon Musk backed out. You know. Yeah, the Windows integration with Android apps is quite nice, yeah. I do like that. I don't use it at all, to be honest, but I do like it. I do like the way that my iPhone talks with my Mac Mini. And how when I do something one place, it just automatically sync over. I love that. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's and Microsoft. Here's the thing: Microsoft don't give a fuck about Linux. Linux is no threat to Microsoft. Microsoft is the biggest desktop operating system. Microsoft is the biggest server operating system. Yes, there are more Windows machines than there are Linux machines out there if you take all the server market combined. Yes, Linux may be bigger on supercomputer, web hosting, but that's it. Microsoft still wins if you look at the combined server installs. And another news flash, a lot of servers or server companies still use Microsoft products. They still have Windows machines around, either desktops or also servers. There are no 100, well, there are a few, but there are not that many 100% Linux only companies. Yeah, they are on the board of the Linux Foundation, yeah. It's beneficial for Microsoft to work with Linux. But they don't really care about it. Why do you think Microsoft yelled and screamed at Linux in the 90s? Because Linux was a threat. It was better, stabler, had massive better capabilities. Why do you think they don't talk that much about it anymore? It's not a threat anymore. That's why. They are not actively trying to outcompete it. Now they just work with it because, well, if they are not a threat and customers want them, why not work with them? I will not call Linux a subcontractor for Microsoft. That's going a little bit too far. But yeah, they are influenced or benefiting from Microsoft money. Linux is dead and obsolete. Windows is obsolete. The next wave of computing is tablets and mobile phones. Like, look at how many channels there are out there that live only on tablets. And they're becoming more and more of them. They don't have a laptop or desktop anymore. They run a YouTube channel off a tablet. You can do VR on tablets. They're powerful enough for it. No, so Microsoft is on the board of the Linux Foundation. The Linux Foundation pays Linus, but they don't have much control over Linus. They just pay him, you know, and give them hosting and stuff like that. So it's a little bit like the Google YouTube relationship. So Google's, you know, put money into YouTube, but let YouTube do whatever they want. Do whatever they want. And they provide YouTube with a lot of tools. Why just go over to Kotlin right away? Just go over to Kotlin. Yeah, but people are not going to use servers. They're using the cloud or someone else's computer. Yes, home labs and stuff like that is they are also dying breed, man. You probably have like 5 to 10 years left of all of this. And if AI is doing more and more and more, we just need an AI assist. Like, you know, we just need fucking Siri or Google. And they're doing all the heavy lifting in the back end. Game streaming is becoming better and better, you know. We will just plug into like the net. And that all our things is in the net. We probably won't have other than, like I said, a tablet and a phone. I may do a live stream Saturday, and I was thinking about doing some live reaction videos, and we can look into some of those tablet channels. Not even the Matrix, just servers. It's just servers. You know, your screen is will basically just become, you know, a front end to a server instance or something like that. But again, we still have like 5 to 10 years, I guess. And I could be massively wrong. We have 20 years, but that's about it. Linux is not going to take over anything. The year of the Linux whatever is never going to happen. It's too late. We probably have more than 2 years. But not like... We're not talking a millennia or something like that. We're talking in the near future. Or near-ish future. But yeah, it's... The iPhone killed traditional computing. That's how history is going to look at that. The smartphone killed the traditional computer, like the desktop computer. The smartphone and the tablet market. They killed the big box. Yeah, Lego. Yeah. Like good. Play good. Lego. I live... Was it about a couple of hours away from the factory? Is it 1.5, 2.5 hours away from it or something like that? I haven't been there in decades. I should go to like Legoland one day. That could be a funny video. Crazy nerd in Legoland. Autistic nerd on the run. That could be funny. I was thinking about doing a little bit of traveling, to be honest, like local travel. And then record it just to get out more. See more. Oh, Mask. Yeah. Yeah, that's a strange company. They've done some shady shit. It's crazy, man. Just imagine how many factory workers are going to be replaced by AI and what have you not. Oh, I'm waiting for my Google Assistant to go nuts now because it's 10 o'clock. Hey Google, shut up. So yeah, Lego is a fun company. They are really strange at the same time, but also really like they're looking at working in the right way. So when there's money problems, they don't fire the workers first. They fire high-paying, managers first, and then they give other managers a raise to handle more people instead of firing, the low-paying jobs. So they always, have like a strong working force. So they don't have to, like, when things picks up again, they don't have to go out and hire people and get behind, and people have to work crazy hours to keep up. They have the people they need. And then if they need more managers, they get more managers, but they're also the first ones going out. Yeah, like you hire one, like, upper manager, or you fire 10 people of 2 or 3 people, but you need them. You can always fill in the gap from another manager. Like another manager can take over the apartment or department. But the issue with managers, I've noticed that a lot, is that when you go from management and up, a lot of their effort, it's the same with developers, I notice. They spend so much time justifying why they should be there. This is why you should pay this is why you need me. They spend so much time doing that, managers and up especially, than they actually doing that job. And that's because they know that, there are probably too many managers here. So they spend a lot of their time playing the politics and well, you do know the saying, fail upwards, A lot of bosses, CEOs, high-paying managers today, they failed upwards. They did something bad, and then instead of, giving them a slap over the finger, they promote them and send them to something else. Or they get lucky, and then they think they're, the bee's knees. When they have more failures than successes. So when I talk to a CEO, if it's for a job interview, no matter if it's for like cleaning the toilets, I don't give a fuck. But if I talk to like a CEO or a manager, and they tell me that they have more failures than successes, I'm like, okay, you just got lucky then. That's what you're telling me. You failed more than you succeeded, so you got lucky. Or you have the only success you have is this thing here. Well, that means that you got lucky. Blind squirrels find nuts once in a while. So that don't give me a lot of confidence in that person. Especially if they think that they now are the fucking smartest person on earth. Because chances are that they just got lucky. Like they can't reproduce this shit. And I sadly see that too much. I've been doing a lot. Like, I've been working a lot of jobs in my life. Like, when I get bored, I don't do well. If I don't get challenged intellectually, I don't do well in a job. So when I get bored, I find other jobs. And it's the same shit over and over again. Management are focusing on keeping management running. Most CEOs just got lucky. They just got lucky. But they think it's skill and shit. No, they just got lucky. Either they inherit the position or they had the right idea at the right time and that's it. They are shitty CEOs. They think they're the best CEOs on earth, but they're really not. And they are shitty CEOs for a lot of different reasons, but they are not the best CEOs. And the most honest people you find is the floor manager and down. So people that are closest to earth, basically. So lower management and down. They are like lower management is like the sweet spot. From there and down, they are amazing to deal with. They know what the fuck is going on. They don't bullshit you and stuff like that. Anything up, most of the time is just bullshit. Like CEOs getting like millions of dollars in bonus for basically almost bankrupt a company. That makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense. So you lost this company $100 million this year. Let me give you a $20 million bonus. Makes no sense. Like, who agrees to that? Oh, well, we thought they would make us money. No, you didn't. You gambled. That's all you did. It makes no sense. Well, if you think you're smarter than your boss, you're probably stupid. Yeah, more stupid than he is. If you think you're smarter than most people, you're probably more stupid than most people. There have been countless of social studies and psychological books written about that subject. Unless you have concrete evidence that he's a moron. I work with a few of those people that really think they are smart. And you also have to think about there's a difference between being educated and being intelligent. Like, you can work for a guy or girl that are really educated in what they do, that don't make them smart. Just makes them educated. You can come across someone that has written a shit ton of books and have a vast vocabulary. Don't make them smart. Just make them well read. They just know words you don't know. I have a hard time believing in this whole like intelligence shit. Because to me it's a little bit of scam. Because people that think they are smart find other people that also think they are smart, and then they are sitting and telling each other how smart they are. And then if someone says something that contradicts them, you are stupid, you don't know what you're talking about, get the fuck out of here. They don't listen. Smart people listen. They listen when it's needed to listen. Like, they don't listen to YouTube comments, for example. But, they listen to people that need to be listened to. Highly educated mean nothing. Like, if someone comes and tell me that they have a high education from, let's say, United States, that's like kindergarten in Denmark. Like, the United States educational system is massively bad. And I've talked to a lot of people that work with a lot of Americans, and especially in IT, and they're like, yeah, they're just laughing and shaking their head. They'd rather work with someone, some fucking scammer from India or something like that. That barely can speak English. Because at least they know what the fuck they're doing most of the time. So, being highly educated, yeah, you may, an American may be highly educated in America, but if the collective of the Americans are like low-tier shit, it's like being king around, I don't know, frogs or something like that. Or kings around shitheads or eggheads, idiots. A fool's king. A fool smart person. That's why I don't give a fuck about education. It's the best way of getting knowledge and get a job, but it don't indicate how good you are or how smart you are. The same taking one IQ test after the other, you're just getting better at taking IQ tests. I tried it. The more you take them, the better you get at them. It's that simple. And there are books that will teach you how to take an IQ test so you can be better at taking them. If you can not ace but get massively better by reading a book about how to take a test, we are not testing IQ. We are testing the ability to learn, or not even that. Read. You can read a book. That's why I say Arch Linux is easy. Arch Linux is easy. There's nothing hard about Arch Linux. If you can read and understand English, Arch Linux is not difficult. But you need to be able to read and understand English. And probably read and understand English better than, let's say, someone that went out in 8th grade or something like that. Then you can install Arch Linux. There's no different from me giving you a recipe on how to do like a 2-layer fucking birthday cake and follow the instruction on that one, than going to the Arch Wiki and installing the installation instruction. You just see some characters that looks weird. You're typing some combinations of letters that seem weird. Other than that, it's just following an instruction. If this, then that. That's all you do. It's an else if statement. If you have this, do that. If you want this, do that. It's easy if you can read. So all of those Arch Linux people out there that think that they are Jesus Christ among nerds because they can install Arch Linux. Yeah, congratulations, you know how to follow instructions. Basically, what everyone that can fucking put a furniture together can do. You can just do it in a technical way. Like you know what to do, like a shift control X or something like that. Or how to use control X to exit nano. Congratulations, you're good. Yeah, I haven't looked at Gentoo in ages. I stopped caring about Gentoo like in 2010. Like, that's how fucking boring that was to me. I'm like, yeah, I'm out of here. Fuck that shit. Just leave me alone. Why work harder for less? It's just like... That's why I love Mac OS. Why work harder for less? Like, when you really get in the flow of doing, like, video editing, coding, photo editing and stuff like that, it everything just like you just click, keyboard combination after keyboard combination, it just flows out of your fucking anus, man. It just flows out of your anus. Preview, I use it all the fucking time, man. Spacebar and then close it down, and like it. I don't know why Mac just can do that. But they can, well, I do know why they can, but I don't know why everyone else is not doing it. It is a little bit different. But when you get into it, it's hard. Like, I hated macOS the first 14 days I used it. I'm like, yep, I know why I'm using Windows and Linux. This is just GNOME with a fucking reskin, and But then there was all those little fucking things, you know. And then it's one little thing, it's two little things, it's 10 little things. And I'm like, yeah, now I get it. I know, you know, the right ways of, like, the Mac ways of doing things. And if you're doing them, like, if you're using a Mac like it's meant to be used, it's amazing. If you use it like it was Windows or Linux or KDE or something, it's not amazing, you know. Because you're trying to shoehorn something into being something it's not. But you have to work with it like it was or is what it is. Like, what is it called? The expose or what it's called? I use it all the fucking time. I barely alt-tapped on the windows. But expose is amazing. Like, zooming out and seeing all your open windows and click a button and then pops your uncle. Having different workspaces and shit like that. I never use different workspaces on Linux or Windows. Never. I just had my two screens. I use it all the time on macOS. Just makes more sense. Even with two screens. I think if you didn't use Windows for 14 days at all, you know, I think you will start to, like, come into the flow a little bit more. Because when I was using Mac and Windows at the same time, I was using Windows more than Mac. And then I was like, you know what? I bought this kind of expensive piece of junk. And I'm thinking about returning it. Let me give it a week with no Windows. And that's when it clicked for me. Like, that's when I was like, I get it now. There's a lot of things that irritates me. Like, Stage Manager. I have a video. I just need to put a thumbnail on it. But Stage Manager is the most useless piece of shit they have ever made. They basically give you two task managers. Why? Why? All what Stage Manager does, you could have built into the dock. That's it. All of those functionalities you could have built into the dock. But no, let's make two docks. We can. Oh, it's so fucking stupid. I need to. Yeah, maybe I'll publish that video. It is uploaded. Maybe I will release it Saturday. But or maybe Monday. It's the most stupid thing I've ever seen from a company that apparently understand user design. Let me give you two of the same things. Like, yeah, right. Of course. Like, it may make sense on a tablet, but it fucking don't make sense on a desktop. Yeah, Mac or Apple have done a lot of bad things with UI and UX design lately. Like, the last 3 or 4 years. Most of the new shit they have done is pointless. Like, if you only have one monitor, widgets makes no sense. Because you're going to cover them up with your windows anyway. Oh, you can then click on the desktop and then all your windows goes away so you can watch the widgets. Who the fuck wants to do that? Like, widgets make sense if you can see them when you're doing other things. If you have two screens, widgets makes a little bit more sense. But I need to make a video about widgets sucking. I have this, like, I'm making this series called This Thing Is Bullshit. And I need to do one about, I have the Stage Manager. I need to record one about widgets. Also need to do some more Mac apps videos. But yeah, widgets is stupid. Yeah, they just don't make any sense, man. It's like, they're just stupid. Really, really stupid. Like, Windows tried doing widgets, like in Windows 7. and was like, yeah, this is not working. And never done it since. Like, not in the way that Mac OS is doing it right now. That is something I would like. And Mac OS had widgets back in in 2008, but they were on their own little separate desk. Like, the fuck, what is it called? Like, you clicked a button, and then you could see all the widgets that you have, like you had on your iPhone. Well, I like widgets on my mobile phone and tablets. I use them a lot there. Because those are single or split screen devices. So you're either in a full screen mode or you're not in a full screen mode. You're not in a partial mode, as you are on a desktop. So you don't have overlapping windows and stuff like that, or like just one small or open window as you do on a desktop. And that's why it works on Android and iOS, because it's like a full screen, full screen, like kind of full screen. Either you're full screen one app or you're full screen with 2 or 3 apps, but you're always doing something in full screen. That's also why I don't like the macOS launcher. I just right-click on it and get the list view. Because why would I want to full screen, Yeah. They could be useful for virtual reality. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. I can see that. But I think AI is going to kick off way more and way before virtual reality is. Also because there's more money in AI than virtual reality. Maybe AI is the ones that are going to make virtual reality a thing. Like, they figure out new ways of building hardware and code the software so it actually works, and it's not just a gimmick. And also becomes affordable. I do think that you can merge skin and metal or synthetics, because we're already doing it. Just not like, like in a big scale. It's like small little thing here and there. Pacemakers and stuff like that. I would love to live in like the cyberpunk, world. I think I will fare well there. Oh, I need to play some more Cyberpunk. I haven't finished the latest expansion yet. I can't get myself to do it, because then I know the game is over. So I'm just like, I was so bummed out when I finished the main mission. I was like, I could get an Xbox and then play Cyberpunk on that one. But I can play The Witcher 1 and 2 on Mac OS. It just, right before Christmas, they released like the Apple Silicon version of them. Like the enhanced version supports natively Mac Silicon. And I never played the first 2 Witchers. So I think I will do those. Yeah, go get some sleep, man. I need to go in like 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I have work tomorrow, so. Then I need to figure out what the fuck is going on with the peeps at work. If I need to move my desk again. Yeah, I wake up, I go to bed about 11, 12 o'clock and wake up at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the morning. Get like 6, 7 hours sleep a night. That's good enough for me, I guess. Bug bounty gigs. I like bug bounty gigs. Gigs. Yeah, bath and work. Yep. I pen test. I like if they pay the more. Like if someone pays you to like do security testing and pen testing and stuff like that, then why not? You know, like. I look at it like this. I like people getting paid for their work. It makes me fuzzy on the inside that you do something, you get some money. Because if you're doing something for free or on a promise, there's a massive chance you're not getting anything out of it. A massive chance. And I don't think anyone should do anything for free. You know? Because you're providing something of value. If someone else is being paid for something that someone wants you to do for free, I kind of don't like that. Because that means they just want that job done for free, or else they would have hired that other person. You know, you'll get in trouble. Wall Street wolf. Woof woof. So must be a rich motherfucker then. It just makes sense that you do this, you get paid. Because then you don't have this, like, you know, oh, I owe you kind of thing. Like, I owe you is great for family and friends. But anywhere else, you should be paid in some way. It could be, like, do a job and they give you a computer or what. Like, it don't have to be money. It could be other things, but you do something, you get something in return. And that's why I'm skeptical about this whole Linux thing and open source and free software, because a lot of it is, like, based on, oh, I expect you to help out, or if you do this, I expect you to do that. You know, like it's a lot of IOUs, or I expect this, just because, well, you can and you should. Most people are not going to do anything unless there is a benefit for themselves. So why not just give them money, you know, or something in return? It could be experience, it could be work knowledge, something in return. Because if someone is doing some job for you and they're not getting anything in return, they're not going to do it again. They just are not. So either if you're not paying them right, what they think are right, or they're not getting the right benefits, or, you know, they're not going to do it again for you. You know, it goes both ways. And I think a lot of Linux people live in that world that, oh, you can see the source code, so you have to help out. No, they no. Just no. That's not how the world works. And that has nothing to do with like capitalism or anything like that. Nobody does anything without them getting something out of it. Nothing. Everything you do in life is calculated. Yeah, exactly. Insensitive and motivation. Yeah. That's because Linux don't matter. No matter how much people try and tell you that 3% of the market share is this like massive fucking thing. No, it's not. Can you make money on Linux? Yes. But there's not that many opportunities for making money on Linux. So are you betting your horse where you have like, let's say, 1 in thousands chance of getting a really, really good paying job? Or are you betting a horse where you have 1 in 100 chance of getting a really paid job? Doing the same shit. Well, I take the 1 in 100. That's what most people do. And then if the opportunity comes for the other one, you do that. No, Linux, like if you... Linux channels don't do that well. They do well, but not that well. And the reason why they do okay is because it's a cult. Linux users flock towards their own kind. They flock towards their own kind. Because Linux users don't care about technology. They don't care about new ideas. They don't care about expanding their horizons. They just care about sitting around the bonfire and jerking each other off about how intelligent and smart and righteous they all are. That's the only thing they care about. They don't care. Like, so many people have said to me, oh, you sit here and shit on Linux. Why don't you make content that shows what you know about Linux? They don't get any views. I tried so many times. They don't get any views. That's why I don't make them. Look at DJ Ware. And then look at Chris Titus Tech and DistroTube. Who gets more views? The guy that knows what he's talking about, or the eggheads that runs around and spew bullshit left, right, and center? The bullshitters. Because Linux people don't want to learn. They want to be stroked. They want to be bathed in the Linux school. They want to be told how magnificent they are. There are more channels with Linux that is just about the cult of Linux and that do really well than there are channels that do really well about learning Linux. There are Learn Linux TVs like the Anonymous, like the weird one out there. But that's about it. That's about him. There's a few others, but he's about the only one. DJ Ware don't get near the fucking views he should be getting. At all. If you want to go up and take a certificate in Linux, you want to watch DJ Ware. That's it. If you want to learn, you watch DJ Ware. But people don't want to learn. Because it's boring. Yeah, learning is boring. Newsflash, it's boring. When you went to university or college, was that a stand-up comedian that was giving you a lecture? Probably not. There's a reason for that. Oh yeah, they're definitely the vegans of the IT world. 1000%. I think the entry-level Red Hat certification is not that hard. The same with the entry-level Linux certification is not that hard either. I looked at the one everyone takes, and it's stuff like how to edit a file in Nano and changing host names and do some bash scripting, and with maybe a week. And not even that, but if you dedicate a week, you can learn everything you need, more or less, to get like the entry-level certifications. Yeah, the admin one, yeah. Yeah, I looked into it because I was like, should I take one? And I kind of regret that I didn't do it because it could be fun to have. But yeah, the entry level, yeah, the more advanced one, of course it gets harder and harder, but most people just take like the first certificate because then they can say that they're certified. Or the LDB Plus, or what the fuck it's called, like the generic one that everyone takes that costs like $100 or something like that. And it's basically like, if you've been using Linux for like 5 or 10 years, you know most of that shit. It's those ones, either you take them because your job requires you to do so, they can be like, oh, you can hire our consultant, they have this certification, this is why you should hire our company. That's why you take those certifications, or you want to brag about it. Because there's no reason to take those certifications if you don't work in a place where you need those certifications. Makes no sense to take them. Other than to brag, hey, look what I have. Yeah, like I said, I get bored with people easy. It's really crazy, man. I feel like the last 10 years, everyone on the fucking internet is just fucking boring, man. It's like, it's the same shit as it was 10 years ago. People are just as stupid. They're just so fucking caught up in Starbucks and who has this and who has that and how many followers and like it's so fucking hard to find just a normal human to talk to on the internet. Well, nothing learned is wasted. Like, you can almost always use something in other areas. But you could have learned the same thing without taking the certificate. You could just sit down and say, I want to learn what I need to take the certificate, and then don't take it. I've done that a couple of times. I don't think that will work, Robin. I don't think that will work. Because a lot of the people that speak like that on the internet speak the same offline. Like, most people are a lot like they are offline and online. They are just a little bit more online because they can hide, but they are a lot the same. They just, amp it up like 10 points on the internet. But if they are douchebag online, they are douchebag offline. Yeah, they will there will be consequences, like in some way or another, yeah. But like I said, if they douchebag online, they douchebag offline. But I just don't like. There's a lot of things I want to do over if I could. Like, I would definitely have taken a development education right after school. Definitely some IT education, probably development. Yeah, moron, idiots. Yeah. And what would I have done? Yeah, and then I would be like probably invest some time in developing some programs for myself. And I almost took a IT education, but my counselor said that in 2 years or 3 years, that IT would be done. There would be no jobs. You know, he was just a really bad counselor, basically. Like, yeah, this whole computer thing will be over in like 4 or 5 years, and nobody's using them anymore. And it was just like, okay, maybe I should not do that. I was stupid enough to think that he actually thought that knew what he was talking about. Like, yeah, programming and development, yeah, that's just I gave it like 2 years. That was what he said. I was like, yeah, fuck that then. Like, his job was to guide people, to the right jobs. And douchebag is it's an American word if I'm not mistaken. It's like, it's really strange. But yeah, it is like idiot, moron, stupid, you know. It's a weird word. So don't think about it. Don't think about it. I'm getting tired. Oh god. One more working day and it's weekend. Yay. Silly eggs. I kind of like that. I like that. I like that. That's actually really funny. I'm going to use that at work tomorrow. Silly eggs. That's kind of funny. I like that. I do like that. It reminds me of like, like a cartoon character, like that's an egg with arm and legs and just like running around, swaying from side to side and stuff like that. What I'm going to do the weekend, I don't know, man. Maybe stream or upload a video or just chillax. I think I would just chillax and work on the project that I'm into right now for myself. I just bought a new Arduino, and I want to make a little like temperature moisture clock station for work, just for fun. So that's the plan. Maybe work a little bit. I will not make a video about it. I'll probably maybe make a video when it's done, but not the whole process of it. I tried to do a Arduino on my channel and people didn't really care about it. Like I said, most people don't want to learn. They really don't. But I kind of just want it just for fun. So I think I will probably, because it should be coming If I'm lucky, I get it tomorrow. Oh, business school all day. Oh, nice. Yeah, so it'll either be the little program thing that I'm experimenting with on my own, or the Arduino thing. Oh, it's on a down, so it's kind of like that all over the world, dude. Inflation and stuff like that, it's really, really knocked a lot of people in the balls. Yeah. Yeah, dairy products in my country has gotten really, it's like milk and cheese and eggs and stuff like that is like fucking crazy. It's almost like 50 to 100%, you know. Oh, deflation, yeah. Yeah, I heard about China having some economical problems. Must admit, I haven't heard much about China the last few months. Like right now, everyone is of course talking about the earthquake in, Japan, and the tsunamis and stuff like that. But I've been focusing more about like the Philippines and Malaysia and stuff like that. Yeah, you may get into a crash soon then. I heard about that. That was it like last year or something like that. Someone was talking about that China and some of those countries over there would get into like a massive bubble burst. Like like the economy was going really down fast. Your VPS get banned. Yeah, probably. Oh, Robin, I so get you, man. Well, the Great Wall of China, the Great Firewall of China. You need to get around that. And there's a lot of bullshit in the world, man. But Middle East, Asia, what it's called, like, Indonesia, Philippines, Malaysia, some degree Japan and Korea, South Korea, they kind of seem to be, one of the few places that, are not too fucking crazy yet. They know you're on YouTube, yeah. Dude, my ISP knows when I'm watching porn. Like, we want to tell ourselves that we're not being surveilled in like Europe and America. We are, you know, we are. Yeah, polite and you know, there's just not so much drama. It's not like they don't give a fuck about who you are, what you are, and stuff like that. There's just not so much drama, and I like that. Oh, from the Philippines. Yeah, the Philippines, like, if unless you go out in the boons and out, on the really, really outskirts of the cities, like if you are in like a okay big city and up, like a suburb or even like a small village, they have medium-sized village and up, they have really good internet and infrastructure. But if you go out like in the more like less well well, where people don't have so much money, then it starts to become, a little bit crazy. Like there's a big difference between rich and poor, sadly, in the Philippines. Yeah, Robert, I feel the same, man. I feel the same. Oh, the UK is going downhill fast, dude. It's not good. The UK is going really downhill. After Brexit, it's gotten really bad. I hear a lot of people from the UK that are really like, it's become almost more vogue than fucking California and stuff like that. And like I said, they've become almost a nation of Starbucks fighters. Starbucks fighting people. Like how hot the fucking Starbucks is more important than anything else in the world. And I love the UK. I love the UK. There are 3 places. When I was a kid, there were 3 places I wanted to live. Either Japan, because I was really into martial arts, but that was kinda it. Other than that, it was the America or Britain. And I want to live like in Kent, the southern part of the UK because of my name, of course. But I was really into the UK and the United States. But the United States it's when you get older and you. Oh, you're from Kent. Oh, nice. I like that area. But yeah, when you get into like what really is going on with America, it's crazy. There's so much great things with America, but there are so many bad things also. And I don't see it. Like America just gets worse and worse and worse each year. And it's seeping over to Europe and Britain and, well, Scandinavia. Cambridgeshire. Can't remember what the fuck that is. I've heard it before. Yeah, this whole, like, I call it Starbucks generation. Or, Starbucks box mentality where, oh, you touched my butt because you were standing in line, or your suitcase touched my left ankle, therefore you insulted me, kind of, Yeah, it's just got we're crybabies, basically. Oh, really? It's an old London name. Oh. I just can't take first world problems seriously. I can't. I get, losing Wi-Fi is irritating, but you're not going to die. Okay? Like, don't act like you're going to die. If your phone loses energy, you are not going to die. If someone looks at you at Starbucks, they're probably not looking at you, they're looking over you or past you. They're daydreaming. Get over yourself. I'm Knightsbridge. Yeah, London. Like, I want to go to London one day. Like, on a one-day trip, go over there early in the morning and come back home at night. Maybe even take, like, a overnight trip. Like, I think London, like, everyone should, like, go to a big city at least once in their life. And for me, that the nearest one is London. Maybe Berlin. I kind of want to go to Berlin also. Mostly because of the war, And I have a lot of German friends. Stayed there for 6 years like me. I would not, like, I don't, I like, again, if I could move to the southern part of England, I would probably live there. I don't think, because the weather is way nicer than it is up here. And I just like the whole mentality of the people down there. They're a little bit more relaxed and stuff like that. What like if I should move, like let's say when I'm 50, like in 10 years, I probably want to live like in a warm climate, like Middle East Asia, something like that. I'd always done. I like summertime is the best time for me. I love it. Yeah, but also they don't have so much snow and ice and shit like that in the winter like we do up here. And their summer period tends to last quite a bit longer than they do up here. And also like the days are not that like our shortest day is like 7-ish hours long. That's it. Then it becomes dark again. So you go to work in dark and you go home and it's dark. It's really depressing and irritating. And that's just Denmark. Then, move up to like Finland and stuff like that. It's like, oh god. Yeah, the days are starting to become longer now, yeah. I like long days and I like warm. Always done that my whole life. I don't do well in I hate cold, I hate snow. I don't mind rain. Rain, I don't give a fuck about rain. But snow and cold and it's slippery outside and I hate it. Yeah, Winter Solstice, yeah, it was like right before New Year's or something like that. Yeah, I always want to move to like Texas or something. Like if I should move to the States, it would be either Denver, Texas, or maybe the Carolinas or something like that. Yeah, but England is mostly like the mid England and up that gets a lot of snow. Down south you don't get that much. Oh yeah, the Chinese New Year, that's soon, yeah. I kind of want to try and celebrate that one. Year of the Dragon, cool. That's what I love about Asia. Everything is just cooler. Like it's dragons and sword fights, and it's just like everything is just cooler. Up here, we just fucking pillage and rape everything. That's like everyone's like, yay, Vikings, yeah, cool. How awesome is it to be part of a nation that went around the world and stole everything and raped everyone they could get their hands on? Let's be proud of that. Like, yay. How cool are we? Like, women was just breeding machines and what happened again? Yay, slavery was okay. Like, yay, Be careful if you're born in Dragon Year. I don't know what year I'm born in, to be honest. Probably like the pig or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, like Scandinavia, we always had like this weird ass fucking history. Well, if it's 1 month a year, I can live with that. Like if it's snow 1 or 2 months a year, I can live with that. Luckily enough, the few years we have not had much snow here in Denmark, but it can go on from like 3 or 4 months, if not longer. Or come and go in those months. We just got a little bit of ice and snow today, by the way. Like at least down here. Further up, they got way more snow. Yeah. Lack of D vitamins and light in general, yeah, can do that to you. The 9th of February. I'm born in February. Yeah. I do miss working outside, I will admit that. I do miss I miss being active and use my body, and I do miss it. That's another thing I noticed, is that office workers, there's a lot of drama with office workers. Like, they love their fucking drama. They really love that drama. Oh, Yellowknife in Canada. That sounds amazing. Yeah, it was more when, like, when you were outside. If you were dick, you were dick, you know. Yeah, there's no drama there, no. Yeah. No, if you fucked up, you know, like, it was like, yep, you bring the beer tomorrow, you know. Or you know, get us a couple of Danishes tomorrow and that's okay. Or you got like a slap on the fucking neck and they called you a stupid boy. That's it, you know, like, there was not that much backstabbing and politics and drama, and you just did your fucking work, man. Yeah, they have it. They had it too good. Yeah, exactly. They have nothing to complain about, so they find shit to complain about. I see it with myself sometimes. If I'm sitting, you know, at my chair and I'm just like, something is irritating me. I don't know what it is, but something is irritating me. And then I just get pissed over some random fucking thing. And then when I'm going home, I'm like, why the fuck did that irritate me so much? I'm like, you're inside, it's warm, you sit on your fat ass, you can get coffee, nobody's bothering you, you're not doing anything other than typing on a keyboard. Okay, I'm bored. That's, you know, like, you know, nothing is happening. Yeah, you get bored, yeah. You get bored easily at a desk. Because you're not getting, if you're not getting stimulated massively intellectually, or you're not getting stimulated physically, you get bored. And how do you combat boredom? You make something up that can take your mind away from it. And that's how it is. You start to make shit up or get angry at Bob over in the corner for looking at you weird. Yeah, under stimulation, exactly, yeah. Yeah. It's sad but true, man. But if I get bored, I normally just tune out. I put my headset on, and I just tune out from everyone. Touch fish. Oh, really? Yeah, like if I'm not getting stimulated, I don't want to talk to anyone. I just want to sit and do my work. And then just dream about getting home. Yeah, I think you're right, Robin. Yeah. I tune completely out. And my efficiency go down like shit. Because I sit and start to think more about getting home and not. I could do that. And then this is the fun shit. Then I find stuff to do that has nothing to do with my job. So I would be like, how can I make that person's job easy or something like that? And then I figure ways out of doing that. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, it's creepy as fuck. It's creepy as fuck. I would go mental if I had like if I knew there was like a camera just looking at me all the time, analyzing everything I did. I don't think I could work like that. I would be like running out to the forest or something like that. Yeah, wireless earbuds, those are fucking kings, yeah. Yeah, luckily enough, I can zone out and just look at the screen once sometimes if I idle out, you know, like. But yeah, it's weird. I just thought about something for not for work, but I just got like a bad what you call it, intuition or what the fuck you will call it. I just thought about something that may is going to happen that may not be that good. Yeah, so-called smart workplace. Yeah. Ah, yeah. I used to do the same. I used to do the same. Even like he did. He was not like against it. But if I didn't want to talk to my boss, I would put like earbuds in my, you know, big earbuds, like my noise canceling safety equipment. Or if I was like driving like you know equipment or something like that, and I was alone, I would just put it in there also. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. It's data, man. The more you have, the better. Both for good or bad. Yeah, radio station. Yeah. Fuck. Oh, my Samsung tablet is great. I am going iPad next time. It's a media device for me right now. I use it when I'm laying in bed just to watch YouTube. You know, I just sit there and watch YouTube with it. Social media and shit like that. I rarely use it to draw and stuff like that anymore. I kind of regret. No, I don't regret getting it because I kind of like to have it, and I'm thinking about starting to take it with me to work. But I also, on the other hand, I have this like, if I need something for work, I don't want to provide it. The work fucking have to provide it for me. And if they don't want to do it, then I'm just working slower. You know, like they're not getting the same efficiency then. Left it in your wardrobe. Yeah. It's one thing I have noticed. And that's like, don't do anything extra for the company unless they tell you to do it. Because 99% of the time, they don't even fucking notice that you're doing it. And then when you stop doing it, they're like, what happened? Why are you not doing these things? Or why is this not happening as fast as it used to? And then you have to explain to them, well, that's because I did a lot of shit that you didn't see without getting paid for it. And now you're seeing how much that is and you have to pay me more. You know, secret agent, investment banker. Yeah, a lot of companies, they don't realize how much you do until you're not there anymore. And it's a little bit sad, to be honest. Little bit sad. Maybe I should start a consulting company. Something popped up on my screen. What the fuck was that? Yeah, I think I need to go to bed. I'm getting tired now. What's like a episode of... I'm watching a series about... It's a dude that talks about the Second World War. Like, he's really fucking good at it. And he goes really into detail about everything. And I just watched a mini-series about if Hitler was really dead the way they said he was dead and stuff like that. You know, was it the right guy the Soviets found and all that shit? That was really interesting. And I think the next one is about like the concentration camps. And then they have... I haven't seen much about the Russian side yet. No, he did die. They just think that he's still buried in the same garden. So he did die. They are 100% sure he's dead. But they wanted to fool the enemy to not get his body, so therefore they used a decoy body. And they think that, or there's like a really high chance that the body that they have, that the Soviets have, is the decoy. and he's still buried in that garden. But he is dead. He is dead. You also have a series about the like the people, like Hitler's kids, or not kids, but family, how they did after the war and stuff like that. No, they have the whole skeleton, but it don't line up with how he died. But they also have a fragment of his skull, yeah. Yeah. But the same with Eva Braun. They don't even think. That's the one that they think is still alive or was not killed. Because the body they found didn't match how she should have been dead. But that also goes in tune with that they are buried in another place. Honestly, leave it be. Like, just leave it. It's so long ago, and it's nothing good will come out of it. What good will come out of it? Nothing. All it's going to do is make those neo-Nazis like, hey, look how the Führer, cheated everyone. The only thing it's going to do is just make them happy. Honestly, just leave it be. It's not going to do anything good. They become Skywalker, yeah. But I do think they should open up the tunnels. There's a lot of bunker tunnels that are still closed off. And those, I think, they should excavate just for historical reasons. Because there's a lot of lessons to learn. And there's probably a lot of uncomfortable truth that could come out from those bunkers being, researched 100%. And I think that would be healthy to get that into light. So there's no ifs and buts anymore. But when it comes to him as a person, just leave him fucking be. But get all those fucking tunnels excavated and, figure out what's down there, and if there's nothing down there, fill the shit up with, dirt or something like that. Yeah, they could have anthrax, yeah. But yeah, because there's a lot of speculation still about a lot of things. And I do feel a lot of those answers may be in all those tunnels. And when we get, to it, I think it would be healthy. Well, people don't like the truth because it hurts, and you have to deal with things right here and now. That's why people don't like the truth. Because they know it's the truth and it's uncomfortable. But that's also where you grow. That's where you get better and stronger. And the fact that they are still keeping a lot of it secret, it builds on the mystery, the myth, the mystery. So people can fill in the blanks with their own narrative to be something it's not. And that's why I think they should just open everything up that has to do about the war. Put everything out in the sun. So people can't spin a narrative. Oh, I would love to visit the pyramids. I would love to take down a pyramid just to see how everything is inside it. See all the secret chambers. I'm so curious. I just want to take it apart and see how everything about it. But that's probably not going to happen. It is one of the 7 wonders of the world, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Why is my headset going amok? It's 100%. Yeah, there's probably been a lot of looting going on in the pyramids and stuff like that, but and I do get it, like they are, you know, burial sites. So I do get it. But like I said, a lot of times keeping things like keeping history secret almost is never a good idea. Almost never a good idea. Yeah, I heard the London Museum has a lot of good stuff. It's a teleporting device. Probably not. There's a high chance that's not the case. But there are. I'm sure that the Egyptians was way more advanced than any of us could imagine. Like I think we're underestimating a lot of history because we think that nobody could be as smart or smarter than we are. You know. But, you know, we had an Einstein many years ago. There have probably been plenty of Einsteins or smarter people than Einstein hundreds of thousands of years ago. I honestly do think that we are underestimating people's capabilities a lot. A lot. Yeah, if you go into like Egypt, you get a lot of those nutcases, sadly enough. It's one of the reasons why I tend to leave it out a little bit, because if you watch like one of like 4 or 5 pyramid videos, you get all those fucking nutcases come up. I have heard it before, but I can't remember it right now. I'm getting too tired, to be honest. You know. Yeah, for the Game Boys, yeah. No, it's you know, it is what it is, man. It's like, and again, I think a lot of those conspiracy theories about Egypt is because a lot of it is kept secret. Oh, yeah. Gotcha now. You know, if there is secret and mystery, people fill in the blanks, and some people, they fill in a lot of crazy shit in those blanks. Yeah, I know they did a lot of crazy shit, the pharaohs, for like really crazy shit. Killed their slaves to take them with them, and like did a lot of crazy shit. Yeah, I think like if we could really, like, if they really opened up about the pyramid, like in most things, and this, you know, it will stop the mystery about it, and people will stop filling in the blanks. You know. And what happens when people stop filling in the blanks? We stop getting crazy theories. We will still get them, but not as many. Because then they can look at what's going on. You know, like, what is really going on? You can see, well, this is the evidence. You can see it right here. You can read it right here. You know. But a lot of people, they like mystery because it gives them power. They control the information about that thing. That's power, you know. They can utilize that power. Yeah, they just build Legos, yeah. Anyway, I desperately, I need to go because, like I said, I need to get up tomorrow. So thanks for stopping by. See you all later. Have a good day. Enjoy the weekend when it comes. Bye-bye.